Welcome back to another live stream here on the twitch.tv/the Xisuma, also live on TikTok at TT, where I posted a TikTok and a short today, and that might sound like deja vu because I'm pretty sure that's how the very last stream we did here on this channel started. Doing a quick audio check here. Yep, everything's fine. Everything looks good. Yo, Heart Gamer, thank you for the bananas in chat. Vamp Ratch, welcome. Digital Chaos for bananas as well. We need to go get some obsidian. We need to start today's stream with a test of the Loglands portal. So I got a couple of errands to do. You know how we roll over here on Twitch on the streams. We do the mundane, we do the boring kind of stuff. But we also have our waffles. Was it me or did the FPS drop a substantial amount then? Felt like it did. Don't be shy in chat. Say hello if you're tuning in. Karen Cake, welcome to the stream. Elian Star, welcome. Dash Max, I'm here to interact. I know I'm terrible, but I'm not that terrible, right? Oh, look at me. Oh, using a bundle. I've changed, man. I've changed. You ain't the Xisuma you used to be. Said someone, somewhere, sometime. Do we need... I don't think we need slabs because the light of the portal will light the top of the portal lock. The obsidian. Yo, Heart Gamer 26. Thank you for 19 months. Let's get this mic a little closer. 19 months already. Let's go. I hope you're having a good Friday and hope the weather's nice for you. We're due for heat where I am. Yeah, the temperatures slowly come up, and today it's just been like sunny and really great. And so tomorrow I'll be out there walking the dog, enjoying the weather, soaking it up, all that kind of stuff. If I get time, I might be going out in the morning. In fact, if you recall me and my attempt at a schedule, I said I'd be streaming late today. Well, things didn't go quite as I expected, so here I am earlier, and I was just like, you know, I think I'd rather just stream now, and then when streaming time is up, I'll crack on with some other stuff. It snowed here today, says Karen Cake. I mean, it's always snowing somewhere in the world, right? That's how that works, weather and stuff. I should use this block. Howdy. Howdy, Skizzleman. With the skizzling and the whistling. I don't know what the heck that was. We got Songs Snakes here for 2 months. Thank you, my dude. I appreciate your support. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I didn't add this to my list of things to do today. We need to go over to the Hermitcraft Art Gallery. Things are shaping up with that project. Okay. Due to the landscaping, this portal should be here. Oh, you're in Iceland, Karen. Okay. That's promising. The weather here is so bipolar, it goes from 40 to not 40 so fast. Oh my god, like, it goes from 40 to 39, what is this? Sorry, I had to, your sentence didn't make any sense to me. I love how Xisuma makes funny sounds, says Nightfall. Oh, I'm glad you do, because it makes it worthwhile, me and my silliness, if you're entertained. You have chili con carne, it's too spicy for me, but it's too good for the spicy to stop me. Interesting. Interesting. I've probably had a dish like that at some point in time where I've enjoyed it so much I'd tolerate the amount of spice, but yeah. Dang, I want some chili con carne now. I just had a light English breakfast, some homemade ice cream, some chips. That was my dinner for the day. We're in the shift period from the dry, rainy season in the tropics here. It randomly starts raining and always as soon as you leave the house. That doesn't sound very random. That sounds like it rains when you leave the house. I mean, that sounds like a business right there. Just tell the neighborhood, you know, you're like, hey, what time do you want it to rain? I'll leave the house. Pay me later. Oops. Hey X, what are some other games and hobbies you enjoy besides Minecraft and music? Well, you know, I do my YouTubing stuff, my streaming, my content creation. As you know, I do music, so playing guitar, writing and composing. Besides that, getting outside and walking, enjoying the weather. I do a lot of walking. And lifting weights and running. That's kind of me. Those are kind of my things, right? Like, I don't do too much else beyond that, I feel like. Might go watch football on the weekend. That's about it. Right, so this has been hooked up. You had Asian-inspired chicken with noodles for dinner, and it was really nice. That does sound good. Yeah, and I'm going through again because I'm paranoid, but hey, it works. It works. Chimera asks how we doing. Yo, check it out. Check it out. Site just went wrong. It's like loaded... Hasn't refreshed the chunks or something. I think we're gonna have to... Wow, that did it. Okay, that did it. Fascinating. Fascinating. You like how the portal looks? Should we wander around and check it out for a minute? Because B-Dubs is just doing an amazing job here. Going to fill in these corners. You know, it was just pure instinct to do it the other way. And then I'm like, that looks janky. That looks very janky. Very terrible. Uh-huh. Let's have a wander. So we've got paths. Things can't spawn on paths, and you'll notice that there is wool and moss of various types around here so that we can get around without stuff spawning anywhere. It's gorgeous. Nightfallen says B-Dubs did a great job. I agree. I agree. Is the hub like totally left to B-Dubs or what? It is, yeah. B-Dubs has taken it on. And I'm telling you, next season of Hermitcraft, Patchwork Hub. I so want a Patchwork Hub. Which it feels almost inappropriate to say that in light of what B-Dubs is doing here. I mean, the man has constructed blocks all the way up to... Wait. Ah, he's put blocks around it. Very clever, very clever. I was about to sing his praises for putting up with this, you know. I guess I can get close and see what this is all about. Wow. Taking a screenshot of that. Never got so close. What about the one up top? Got the scar hat. I think that guy was just aiming at me. Dang. Dang. Yo, Amchur, thank you so much for the Prime. 35 months. Hi, X. Hope you have a great weekend. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the weekend. Going to be going out, enjoying the weather, that kind of stuff. Yeah, so, like, B-Dubs is doing an amazing job with this Nether hub, right? It's amazing. It's gorgeous. I love it. We're going to really enjoy it. I still want a Patchwork Hub next season is what I'm saying. I've wanted a Patchwork Hub again for a long time. Season 3 is my favorite Nether hub. I think Season 6 is, like, brilliant, very utilitarian. All of the other hubs have got their merits, but Season 3, I love the charm of that place. The little banners coding all the different places you can go to. So good. So good. Isn't this spoilers? Yeah, but I think it's kind of to be expected. Hey, look, there's only a few of us here. Let's keep it a secret, you know? You know, when someone says, hey, has B-Dubs been working on that Nether hub? You'd be like, no, I didn't tune into an Xisuma stream and see anything. Shut up, go away. And that's how you make friends in this life. Tell people to shut up and go away. Yeah, this place is looking awesome. You're in the Season 9 hub in the world download and look very nice. Yeah, Tango did an amazing job. Like, here I am saying I want a Patchwork hub. Look, this is incredible. I'm not trying to downgrade anything. There's just something about the patchwork where everyone gets to, like, chip in their own little bit of personality to it. I love it. I think it's so cool. But yeah, there's going to be some terraforming around here to my one and to Jevons and now to Loglands. So I just had to move that portal back to make sure it was okay. What was the thing I mentioned a minute ago that I didn't get to write down on my notes before we started streaming? Yikes. Does anyone remember? I said it a minute ago. 2 minutes ago. Floating candles at Cub Space look so stunning. Let's go look at it again then while we try and remember. How do you schedule your workouts around your content creation? Morning routine, right? Content creation comes later. And here's the thing, people. Like, I don't do as much content creation as I used to. I kind of look back and I was like, how did I do so much in the past? These days I take it easy. I spend more time walking outside, composing music, doing a few other things that are just for me, you know? Very cool. Very colourful, very cub. Always did the colour, that guy. Look, it's on his face. Was it the thing you said 2 minutes ago, says Unicorn Gal? I think so. I think it was that thing. I really want to remember, but my brain, like, now that I want to remember, my brain's, like, not telling you. Maybe if I look at the list, I might see what's missing. For some reason, I think I keep seeing white blocks in my head, which doesn't make any sense. Because, by the way, I was going to tear this out, and then B-Dub says he wants to keep it, so he's going to rebuild this farm so that it works again, and rebuild it somewhere else, which is super cool. Your memory span is shortening. It definitely is. Yeah, it definitely is. I can't remember. I see like the color white. I see the. Oh, brain. Oh, brain. Oh, you're a funny creature. I don't think I actually got around to saying what it was because we're in the world of perpetual distraction where I continuously read my chat and therefore lose my train of thought constantly. I think I could blame Twitch streaming for my shortened memory span. The art gallery, right? The art gallery is full of white blocks. Guess what? I need to sort out the art gallery. Do you know what? I did mention it. I did say we had something to do over there. I remember saying the art gallery is shaping up. So I did mention it. X, do you like poetry? Says Ili Muku. I used to write poetry when I was a teenager, you know. And it's the kind of poetry that I can now look back at and shudder profusely with cringe. Deep, nauseating cringe. No. There's an element of that, but nah, like I remember what it was like being a teenager. I was not in a good place, and when I go back and read my poetry, I'm really glad that I did it. And there's definitely some stuff in there that I still like, but there's also a lot of stuff in there that's like, you know, it is what it is, right? I won't beat myself up about it. It's just kind of how you are when you're that kind of age. You were a poet and I didn't know it, says Yoda Dragon. No, I was a poet and you didn't know it, mate. Jeez. Get it the right way around. Let's put that up here, put that over there. Yeah, so I saw a friend recently and we were making some music together. More like I was transcribing his music. Anyway, and like putting it together in the studio and stuff. And he writes lyrics with his music, and it just made me think, like, I sometimes make music and feel like there's something missing. We got mail. I was wondering if I should get back into trying to write lyrics, and maybe that would help, like, form a vision for a song, and maybe help with the songwriting. Ooh, we got a diamond block. 5,000 sales, hello! At long last, someone has made it. Oh my god, look at this. Completely legitimately, awesome. Alright, let's do that, let's do that. Let's do that. That was some mouth burps, I don't know if you heard it. Aren't I supposed to return these? Wasn't that the deal, that you return them? I've just, like, left them over here. What am I like? Don't I leave my books over here too? Yeah. Leave the books over here. All school counsellors seem to recommend poetry for kids who are struggling, and my friends hated it. Quaforia, why did they hate it though? That seems like a really good suggestion because it gives you an opportunity to think about your feelings and express them, which goes a long way for most people. Like, the act of expressing, often or not, is like what you need. Should we go do a little diamond roundup before I put it in the book? I think that would be smart. I've got no idea where my shops are at anymore. I must say, your music so far, there are no lyrics missing. It's awesome, but also if you want to try that out, go for it. My songs do have lyrics, not all of them, some of them. The song Anxious Obscurity actually has the vocal track in the song, but it doesn't have vocals. So what that means is there is a melody. You can hear it if you go listen to it again. You got the guitar, do 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 do, and you'll hear this this flute sort of going. I could do something really, really funny right now. I'm going to do something just completely random and odd, right? The music's going to pause, and you're definitely going to be able to hear this. You're definitely going to be able to hear this. This is an exclusive right here. Here we go. Yes, that one. Just making sure I'm clicking the right buttons over here. Check this out. Right, you hear that? F, 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 E, D, C, A. That is the vocal line. Alright, apparently that was painfully loud based on my audio leveling. Anyway. That is in the song. It is in the song. And it is actually the vocal line. I left it in because it felt like it was such a strong part. Hey! Is this Cub's fireworks going off? Oh, the leaf effects. Yo. The particle effects from the leaves. They're cool. That is actually the vocal line that has lyrics. The song has a bunch of lyrics. I've actually got a demo of that with all the lyrics sung by AI, but I couldn't get it to sound good enough. There's a couple of moments in the track where the vocals sound okay, but it didn't really like pan out. I don't really plan on releasing that either, but yeah. So like there are some lyrics to some of the songs, and that one I kept the vocal line in because I was so used to hearing it that it just felt like it needed to be in the song. Kind of sounded like note blocks. It was note blocks that you just listened to. It was my music played with note blocks. All right. No rooted dirt. No sales. Fair enough. Woo. You've always wanted to write a song, but you just don't know how to start. Just start by starting. Like, if you don't know anything about an instrument, or you don't have an instrument to pick up, then that can be a bit tricky. But if you can find something that makes sound, then you can write words on a piece of paper. Like, starting with anything is better than doing nothing. You have to be prepared to fail in order to learn. For the poetry, the councillors would make us read it to them, so it didn't feel like an honest expression. That's why we hated it. Again, I got distracted, as we always do. I was going to elaborate further and say I could understand if, like, you didn't like it because then you went and shared it with your friends and your friends laughed at you or something, but that is spot on. Like, you shouldn't be forced to share it. Shouldn't be forced to share it after the fact. I mean, if they tell you up front you have to share it, what you've written, then fair enough. Like, but after the fact, I think it's much better if you just keep that stuff to yourself, you know? I can't believe this stuff is still selling. Because I ain't going to be stocking it up much more again. You think journaling is better, says Noah Parks? I don't think one is better than the other. I think, like a lot of things, it's worth trying different things to find what works for you, right? Journaling might be better than poetry. You might be really into both, you know? It's about trying stuff, I guess. Are there classic authors you enjoy? Not really. I never got into poetry in a way of like reading other poets. I just did it. Like, actually, it's not true, actually. I was in a community that shared poetry, so I was reading other people's poetry, but it was just other teenagers like myself. Like, it wasn't anyone famous or anything, or known. It was just a bunch of kids sharing poetry. And these were back in the anonymous days of the internet, where everyone just had some sort of alias name. And you went online to be anonymous and stuff. That's my colour. Lime is another one, and blue. Dang it, everyone else is making sales but me. Oh, I made a bit more there. Oh, there's lots of profits to be collected. Yeah, I just did it that way. It just made sense, right? Like, oh, you just put a bunch of words together and express yourself. Let's go for it. What is there to lose? Randy Nicole says alias name. I always thought that was your actual name, honestly. Like Noah Parks, that could so be your name. Becca11. I know loads of people with the surname 11 and 10. Don't know any 12s. Becca says 4chan days. Oh, this was way before 4chan. But that place is a dark cesspit that I don't encourage anyone ever to go check out. It is not worth your time. Alfredo Sauce is here for 8 months. Just finished my finals. Thanks for getting me through them. Glad to have helped. Don't know what I did, other than be a derp, I guess. No football fan wants to have 12 in their name. I don't get that. Did 4chan go? I knew that it got compromised in a way that was pretty darn critical. Where are my beacons at? I've got the effects. Oh, Jeff must have turned them off. I didn't notice that earlier. Weird. Becca isn't my name, says Becca. Oh, no, I think you'll find it is. Did you not hear what I just said? Jeez. 12 is a sub in football, right? 11 aside. It is, but often the 12th man is like a expression in football that sort of acknowledges like the fans. So, I don't know. I wouldn't have thought there's any reason you couldn't have 12. That's 128. 192. Yep, and then that would be 200, 207. And those are just lying around. 207 more go into the book. Total, that becomes a 9. That becomes a 5. Catching you up, Cleo. Not there yet, though. I hate finding out the real names of online friends. Feels weird that their online name isn't just their name. Kind of know what you mean, yeah. A lot of info on 4chan was linked. It turns out some US government officials were doing a lot of not very legal stuff on there. It got gutted. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me that government would be involved. Like, the government were involved in running the Silk Road for a long time. Like, they infiltrate these kind of places, right? So it's not a surprise. What are we going? We're going to go do a trophy. Yeah, we've got to go do a trophy thing. That's what we're doing. My middle name is in my username. Guess which one? Sad, Noble, or Storm? I'd go with Noble. I'm pretty sure it'd be like maybe the Storm. I don't know if you're adventurous when naming and stuff, but Noble is a surname in the UK, so you could have like a surname of a parent as the middle name. That'd be my guess. Right, I'm gonna have to stand up. I got a bit of a bellyache. I don't know why. I started drinking this tea and it ain't sat right in my stomach. Have we got any more? Nothing more over here. That's fine. Yo, and as for all these trophies, that's the next one right there that Cleo's got. But these two, I guess, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, right, I'm definitely standing up now. Definitely standing up now. God, that is an absolute ache. Do you mind people trying to write lyrics to your songs? Since I want to improve my lyric writing, I like your music, but I don't want to do it if you aren't comfortable with it. I'm fine with it. You can do what you want, really. I don't have a problem with that. Oh, right, trying to get this blooming chair out of the way. Ugh, everything is awkward today. Everything is awkward. Oh, that feels a little bit better straight away. Alright, we got a lot of block replacing to do over here. I think I've also got more trophies to add on the wall. Like, I've spaced them out a bit. Doc's trophy isn't in here. I'm pretty sure we've added a few others as well. I need to take off a layer. It's getting hot in here. People, forgive me. I'm just going to take off a shirt quickly. No, I've totally pressed the wrong button. And number 2 says, it's tough to be proud of my nationality as an American, but hey, at least the new Pope is from my city. I never really vibed with, like, national identity much. Like, if you're like proud of your own national identity, it's always like, someone else can just see something different in it. Like, we all have different perspectives, and so, myself never really identified with that kind of way of thinking much. X is Shrek? Shreks? What's this about me being Shrek? X has layers, X is an onion. Oh god. Oh god. What are we talking about? Being silly now. So if Cleo goes to number 1... Okay, I need an iron block as well, don't I? I see what's going on here. Like, everyone else slowly gets demoted. Starting with you, Hypno, I'm so sorry. Then Pearl will become copper. You say it needs to be wax, doesn't it? Which I've got 1 here. How many more do I need? 2 more bits of wax. Where are them honeycombs at, eh? Where are them honeycombs at? There, with the copper. I wonder why I put them there. Do you know what? I'll just take those. Efo, smallish Joel. Getting downgraded. Sorry, Efo. We got Joel. I think these are actually, like, down a line. There we go. Risky move, X, says Randy. What's the risky move? Yeah, so Hypno would go down a bar. I like saying hello, hello, says Ali Misu. You said it twice. Could have said it more if you wanted to. The longevity of EFO is insane to me when we think about it sometimes, says man number 2. What's insane about it? Like, most of the other people on Hermitcraft have been playing as long as EFO too, right? Let's go over here. X, I really like your analysis of Skeletor, especially what you said about Excelis. I feel like this album is a bit more appealing to the general public, not that that is a bad thing, and that the build raw rank shows that. Oh, how's it doing? How's it doing? I'm curious, because, you know, Ghost are just on an upwards trajectory, right? Like, what's going to slow them down? I don't know. A bad record might, but that wasn't a bad record. That was no bad record. I really enjoy the new Ghost record. It's just so very Ghost, right? And it's got moments that are definitely a lot lighter, and then it's got moments that are almost as if you could cherry pick them from the past. But that's kind of, you know, them giving you what you want. What is the ranking about? Says Eliu Misu. It's about sales across the season. Let's go down a block, or down a line even, and then Cub Fan. Cub Van. Everybody gets a ride. What? Come aboard the Cub Van. Destination unknown. God, this is like the silliest thing ever, really, isn't it? Okay, so now we play the awkward game of switcheroo with an arm stand we have to jump to interact with. Take this item. I don't know. Trigger. Set. No, that's not it. Custom model data set, and then I got no idea what it is. 10. Nope. 40. Nope. 50. Nope. I've got a feeling these ones actually start like really high up. Maybe over 100. Ah, there we go. Yeah, so 6. Nope, 6 would be... There it is! Woo! Oh my god. Someone's made it to the big times. The only thing is we need that armor stand to now bump up like a block so I can add a slab. Up, 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 up. Oh. Okay, smooth sandstone slab is the one. And now we go down half a block. Sweet! There's your new leaderboard, clear in the lead. Alright, we can tidy all this up. X gives me the attention my parents never could. Datsuma says Misu. I appreciate the joke, but I could never be a substitute for a parent. I literally don't know who you are. Right? Don't ever forget that. Parasocial relationships, they're a real thing. This is a one-way street. Mostly. I've been seeing a lot of Ghost praise lately, but haven't heard them yet. What song would you recommend first? Mariana Cross. Mariana Cross. God, that song is so good. Like, the second that song came out, it became my favorite Ghost song. The second I heard it, I was just like, what is this? This is just such a brilliant, weird song. It's like a trip into the 60s or something. Right, so we're doing trophies next. I actually have some of the missing trophies on me now I think about it. So I forgot to give these to XB, which was ridiculous. I think I want to showcase all the trophies. So like, oh my god, I haven't given that one to Pearl. Right, so stream participation and scoop ball champ are up there. I know Doc's missing. I'm probably going to go look in the files to get the other ones, but there's 3 of them right there. 4. And you know I want to space them out evenly, don't you? So I've got to figure out how to do that. Maybe we'll use these little spaces here. Although that's occupied. Putting one at that level might look a bit odd, I don't know. Oh, Mary Cross is in your vocal range. I haven't like gotten into singing a lot properly, but like I definitely sing some songs where it's like they go into notes where like I can't hit that unless I drop myself down an octave, you know. Hey, you're binge watching the season 10 episodes. Awesome, my dude. I hope you enjoy it. That music is so mystical, says Mollux. Yeah, mystical is definitely a word that helps describe ghost sound. I should listen to the album Revenge Seekers. Write a sentence that convinced me to listen to it, and I'll listen to it. You tell me more than just, you should listen to this, I might listen to it. We could rip out the bricks at this level, actually, and create like a final row at the floor. So that would be like an extra 3 spaces. Okay, y'all are gonna have to just enjoy this screen. Do you want to enjoy my face? People love this face. Oh, X, I tune in just to see you look at me, said someone once, a long time ago. I need to go open up the repository, so I'm doing some stuff on the computer now. I'm getting closer. Where am I going now? Custom. Item. Trophy. Actually, I'm going completely to the wrong place. I need to go to the Minecraft item carved pumpkin. That's the one. All the trophies are on the carved pumpkin, right? So I've got a little area that's reserved for these. So we've done the dodgeball trophy. Mace race is up there. Cubs permit one is up there. The armadillo, the frog. Is the frog up there? Is Etho's frog in this room? It is. It's right there. Okay, that's cool. Then we got the torch, the stone. I gave one to Joe. There it is. That one's there. Elder Guardian. Regular Guardian. I think the Elder Guardian one might be missing. Oh no, there it is. Okay. One with an apple. God, I can't even remember what that was. That might have been for... Huh. Okay, that one. I'm drawing a blank on that one. So now I need carved pumpkins. Ooh, holding shift changes that. Where's the ender chest? Over here. Do I have carved pumpkins or just pumpkins? There's jack-o'-lanterns. Surely somewhere in here I would have had them. Apparently not. Although, there you go. There you go. Alright, let's give it a try. Got to convert that into shears. Break this up. Then we do the thing. So the number I have is 79. 79. Oh, the golden apple. That's up here. And it's incorrectly rotated. Okay. Well, that solves that mystery. Firework should be up there somewhere. Yep, the firework one is up there. Alright, so now after that, all of the trophies on the list become separated. If there is any. I think there's only docks after this one. Not seeing anything so far. I'm up to 131. Some Hungry Hermit stuff here. Trophy gold, 135. What is that? I think... Okay, 135 and 136 are next to check. Except you gotta hold the dang thing, you... Oh, you... Oh. Okay, that's ZF's. And that is already up there, okay. Then we've got Jevin's hat. Some touch grass stuff. Poker trophy, 143. This one we're going to keep because it's not up there. Nice. Nice. We've got a fifth one now. What's up, X? Says Icaro1. I'm looking at a list of numbers off screen. How exciting. Jam says, where can I find this music? Yo, head over to Bandcamp. Ziggurat is on Bandcamp. I'm not too stoked about this new record. I don't know. I've listened to it a couple of times in the background on the stream. I might give it a listen with a little bit more of my attention at some point, but it hasn't like captivated me as much as some of their other stuff. Oh, that's actually the end of the list. Okay, that's it. We're done doing off-screen stuff. So we just have Doc's trophy here. We can do something really cool for this. We can go, if I type in card, like we can do this. Poker champ. No, poker champ. Then what I want to do is grab that and throw it on this end. Maybe do the thing where you like swap them round. Yeah, like that. That's sick. That is sick, homie. Right, name, format. I forget which way around it is. It's that way around. Yeah, I reckon this one will look cool as like red. Let's go dark red. Poker champ. Right, so we got 5 trophies. There'll probably be more by the end of the season, won't there? So I reckon we take this. We're going to need some dark oak. We're going to need some mangrove wood. Kind of tempted to put some lights under it. We're looking for those logs. There they are. Then we need some copper. These are the sort that we need to scrape from existing trapdoors. So I will need the honeycomb out of here, and then I will need an axe to scrape. Look at this. All I want to do is put down a couple of blocks, and I am just fishing through chests for stuff. Ridiculous. Mojang, fix your game. Lazy Mojang. What are they doing? Oh, they're developing the game. Jeez. These trophies are amazing. You can thank Hoffen. I think Hoffen did pretty much all of them. Okay, let's go get some trapdoors, which have not been selling, so no guilt. No guilt. No guilt pinching a few of those. Small indie company, says Zajipper. Yeah, they kind of act like one, but they got the big corporate Microsoft backing. As someone with ADHD who has trouble leaving stuff in the background, this stream is sometimes really good background noise. Yeah, I talk about this a little bit. You know, I don't know you. You don't know me. Nah, the thing with, like, there's a lot of, like, ADHD diagnosis and stuff out there at the moment, and it often comes across of, like, here's my problem, and I have ADHD, and I worry that this will result in people perhaps not trying to do better or trying to find an answer. It's just like, oh, I've got this, you know, this is the way I am and it won't change kind of thing, right? That's what I get concerned about when I hear that. And like I said, I don't know ya, so I could be completely off. It's just like food for thought. But like saying like using stuff for background noise is kind of, to me, sounds like a symptom of this perpetual distraction environment we're in, right? Who here, like, you know, watches a stream while they're doing something else? I think there's a difference between doing something like housework, which is a bit more of a mundane chore, and enjoying something else. But then, like, what if you're playing a game and watching a stream, right? You are splitting your attention. And I am a living example of how this goes wrong. I am suffering with memory issues as of late, and trying my best to improve, but it is a tough battle. But the thing that is highlighting it the most for me is when I stream, I am playing a game, I am listening to music. For me, the music always just has, like, I have a second brain for music, so let's forget about that. That's a bad example. I am reading chat, and I will be talking about topics while I'm doing something different to that topic in the game, and then I will look at my chat and there will be a message about something. Then there'll be a noise, a notification in my ear. Like, I am living in a perpetual distraction machine when I stream, and I believe it is degrading the quality of my experience. Which is your fault, chat. No, I'm joking, of course. I'm not going to put lights down here. I don't think they'll have the right vibe. So I've seen myself get a little bit stretched. Oh, wait a minute. That would be down at that level, right? And then we need to put item frames on them. So yeah, actually this kind of, okay, we need to do something different around here. I'll figure it out. And once again, I'm distracted, right? I was talking about something, now I'm like, oh, this thing in front of me isn't what I expected. So going back to the whole ADHD thing, like, I'm not here to tell you if you got it or not. Like, how on earth would I know? What I do see, though, is it being talked about as if that's the end of the discussion. Like, even if you got ADHD, even if you got like a harder fight than other people when it comes to trying to make changes in your life, right? I think it's not a great idea to tell ourselves like we can't. And so when it comes to, look at me, again, the multitasking just makes this utterly ridiculous. And now I'm trying to remember what was the original thing you said. Something about background noise. Like, if we are continuously providing ourselves with a environment of like multiple things we're giving our attention to, I think we're degrading our overall experience. And so, like, if we can learn to focus better on one thing at a time, I think you can improve your overall experience that way. That might not sound intuitively great because, oh, I multitask, I get more things done and whatnot. But, you know, as someone who's been living this for like a long time now, this whole air quotes, I think I'm multitasking. I've noticed that actually, if I'm honest with myself, like a lot of multitasking means I just do these several things relatively slower. And I think you got to be honest with yourself, because it's easy to think, well, that's not me. I used to think, no, I'm good at multitasking. It wasn't until I really went, okay, let's actually think about this and pay attention to what I'm doing. And then I was like, do you know what? Like, I set out to do a bunch of things today, and I air quotes multitask them, and I didn't really get any of them done. So once I noticed that and made some changes, I realized that, yeah, you don't really get to give that much of your attention to a lot of things. I think we are built generally for like one thing at a time. Elu Miku says, I put YouTube videos in the background when I do my crafty stuff to not feel alone. Yeah, that's interesting. Like, okay, so you observed that it's related to how you feel. I would look into that question a little deeper. Like, I do that sometimes too. I find myself choosing like a podcast over listening to music, and when I ask myself why, it's like I kind of feel like I need some company. And the truth is, a podcast is not a substitute for a company. It might be an illusionatory. Can I do words? You know, it might make you think that you've got some company, but you don't really. So I feel like it's important that we learn to like address these things and get to the bottom of the thought, you know, like what's going on here. Because it might be that actually what you need to do right now is probably just go ring a friend or something, right? Like hang out with someone. But then you take the distraction and that doesn't happen. This is a cool little spot now. That's part of the server. Let's go do this thing over here as well and put some on this side too. The point is not to multitask. The point is not to have a random variable sensory input that is distracting your brain, and to instead have a comfortable, expected input that you don't have to pay attention to, which allows me to focus. I'm not doing two things. I'm giving my neurodivergent senses something they're happy with, so they will allow me to focus on the one thing I need to focus on. Fair enough, fair enough. Like I said, I don't know you, I'm just putting this out there. If you need external sensory stimulus to help you focus on the one thing, awesome. If that's what works for you. Like if like what I said today is like something you've already gone through and tried and like it doesn't work, then awesome. Like, you know, if you found the thing that works for you, that's cool. I always just have a concern when I read these things, because you know, some people can end up with like the right intention but the wrong idea about something. You're currently grinding on your skelly farm. You are combining broken bows. Did you know that when you combine bows, you get an extra 19 durability on the bow? Yeah, that's the same of all tools. All tools, when combined back together, give you a little extra durability. You've recently been given an autism diagnosis. They said to me very clearly there's a difference between acknowledging needs and using it as an excuse. What looks like multitasking to atypical people might just be sensory needs for us. It's fine line to get the balance right though. Got ya. Got ya. Yeah, for me, one of the things that has helped me go from being quite distracted and air quotes multi-sensory is meditation. So meditation But today, like, my meditation today was hopeless. It's interesting how over time, you have like good periods and bad periods, and like the last couple of days have been really good with the meditation. Today, it was just like my brain just tunneled immediately into thought and stayed there for like a good few minutes, and then I pulled it out, and then it went straight back, and I pulled it out again, and like I was trying to do it. I wasn't giving in, but like just something about my brain today was just like, it was like it was wired to get pulled into the power of thought. And I laughed to myself at the end of it. It was just like, dang, that was like a really bad session, but I'm not going to beat myself up over it. Anyway, like with meditation, like learning to just sit and try and calm all of the thoughts in your head and just be with the present moment. It's like really powerful about it, because it's like a muscle that you're working, and then you can pull on that muscle a little bit more. And so now I find it a lot easier when I'm out and about and enjoying the company of others to like not pick up my phone and not like seek some sort of distraction all of a sudden. Like subconsciously, you just like, you kind of like pull your attention away from other people and what's happening, and you miss out on stuff. Like, you know, you miss moments and things when you do that. And so I've been way more present, and it's thanks to doing that. A lot of people on the ADHD, ADD spectrum find it hard to deal with the lack of control and their ability to focus. But yeah, you learn to accept it to some degree, and you can find tricks to hack the system sometimes. Yeah, so like the lack of control and the ability to focus, it's just, it's something that anyone can struggle with. And for me, meditation has been like a way to, I guess, address that perhaps. Like, and like I said, it's like a muscle, right? You got to train it and it'll improve. It's weak, but it can get stronger. And meditation has the unfortunate difficulty of sort of being a very slow to get there kind of, like the destination. It's, you know, it's all about the journey, right? Not the destination, but man, the destination is a long way away, and the journey takes like a while to get going. It's like you start by pushing the boulder up the hill, you know, it's not an easy thing to get going on, unfortunately. Yeah, I heard a lot of good things on meditation to rewire, to reset the abilities, focus abilities of people, whether it's that physically or emotionally. Yeah, it helps with your emotions as well, and I think physically your emotion, like stress, is tied to your body, so like it can help in both directions, I guess. Ellie, Miku, we do have a Discord server. It is for Twitch subscribers and patrons and whatnot. Hilma says, I listen to music as an emotional outlet since I struggle to express my emotions, especially the more difficult ones, and it still doesn't really work. Maybe it's because I'm autistic, but I don't know. I listen to music for like an emotional outlet too. Doing stuff, bro. I love stuff. Hello. Welcome. Yeah, we're doing stuff. Related to multitasking, I've been listening to audiobooks and working on only listening instead of trying to multitask. Sometimes I feel guilty about not doing anything, but if I was reading a physical book, I wouldn't multitask, so why would audio be different? Yeah, why would it? Why would it? I think there is like some level of air quotes multitasking. Like, I think you can go for a walk while you listen to an audiobook. So if you're maybe looking to have a little more physical activity in your life, that's something you can pair up. But I find that you can still get distracted, right? Like I listen to audiobooks, and in the past my mind would just wander, and I would have to like rewind. And fortunately, like with meditation and other things, that doesn't really happen so much anymore, which I'm very grateful for. But it does a little bit here and there, and I always like skip back and make sure I understood what I was listening to. But when you're out and about, sometimes when you're walking, something just like triggers something in you, like it makes you think about something from somewhere else, like you're reminded of someone or something, and then now you're thinking about that instead of the audiobook. Yo, Joe coming in with a raid, thank you. Also Becca, okay, Becca, hearts in chat for Becca, gifting a sub to Ilu Misu, who was asking about our Patreon community, about our Discord community. Well, thanks to Becca, you can now come in and join the community. which is super cool. Becca, thank you for doing that. It also gives you access to our Let's Play Minecraft Together server. If you're interested in that, I'm sure the people in chat and in our Discord will welcome you in. And welcome all the Joe Hills Raiders. Joe is on Hermitcraft. We are on Hermitcraft. We will be traveling to Joe's base in just a moment. Ironically, is that irony? I'm not sure if it is, but it's something that we got to do. I'm just opening these like boxes over and over again because I'm waffling and not fully giving my attention to the fact that my brain is trying to decide if we are done here or not, which we are. And that fits perfectly into the theme that we've been talking about today, which has been multitasking and our attention, I guess. So that didn't come from here. These two did. Yeah, that's all good. Alright, alright. Ah, no, there was one that I missed. I missed the item frames. They need to go back. Nope. I need to give that to Pearl. I need to do it before too long because, God, it's been absolutely ages since I got that trophy made. Joe in chat, coincidentally, did I use the wrong word? I probably did, that's me. Also, feel free to fly around. You've done some landscaping improvements to the central building. Yeah, we'll check it out. We'll check it out while we're there. That's awesome. Thanks for the raid again, my dude. Let's get to where we go. Well, actually, we can just go straight to Joe's base, basically. We can go somewhere else on the way there, actually. All right, we'll go the scenic route. Go the scenic route. And I'll introduce you all to what Joe's been up to, but most of you will know because you just come from there, I guess. What's the next topic for our travels? We're going to be wandering around the server a lot now, so waffles will be the. But I tell you what, I got something a little bit political on my mind as of late, but I'll share it with all of y'all. It's not like political, like, oh, there's this thing happening and this is what I think about it. It's more like I'm interested in political stuff, but I'm not interested in the kind of I'm interested in like learning about how different people see the world, and not so much in like what's the hot take of the day about that thing that happened that everyone's upset about. That stuff to me is getting really tiring. But there is a term that I've heard about, and it tends to be used negatively towards ideology, and it is relativism, right? So I think relativism, I'm not really sure how to define it, but I'm pretty sure it comes up like negatively, and it's about like perhaps not having like a grounded set of principles, but like most of your thinking is just relative to the current moment. Well, some time ago I heard this idea that, you know, when we debate what's going on in the world, we use air quotes facts and logic, but perhaps this is the multitasking thing. It's difficult. There we go, that's all that needs to say right now. But perhaps we're not actually as logical as we think we are, and maybe we were more emotional. And so this idea was put forth that people have an emotional reaction to something, and I think we could, if we wanted to see this in ourselves, we could probably see with how our politics align to world events, and your reaction will probably be quite predictable based on that, right? To something happens and the same groups of people react in the similar ways. That's the emotional response, and then the logic tends to come after it. Then you find a bunch of logical reasons why this is one way or another, and you use that to justify your emotional reaction. Once you start to see things that way in yourself, right? I think it's always important to start with this stuff with yourself first, which is what I've done. You'll then see it elsewhere in the world in other people. You know, you can't know exactly what's going on in other people's minds. But maybe you'll start to see this, and you'll start to perhaps appreciate this a little bit. Well, I now see it as quite an interesting take, you know, that your emotions come first and then use logic and reason later on. It looks like snow has been settling over here. I need to come back to this project at some point. So with that in mind, like, I don't know if you're, like, wherever you are on that spectrum, just roll with me. Let's say you agree. Actually, yeah, do you know what? I think people are quite emotional first, and then we search for things that sound logical to back up how we feel. If that's how more of us operate, then I think this idea of relativism is actually quite interesting, because I've been paying attention to like some political stuff that's going on lately, and it all feels sometimes just quite relative to like the last thing that happened. It's almost as if we've lost some kind of grounded principles on which we operate, and we're just continuously reacting to the latest thing, and it's all becoming quite relative to the previous moment. I think one of the things that has spurred this on is that I've been watching a documentary on, there's like something moving just over there, or maybe it was like a rogue particle. Wait, there it is, and then it's gone. No, wait, oh, it's like a barrel floating in midair. Can I land on it in this mode? Oh no, I'm going under it. I'm going under it. There it is anyway. So I've been watching this documentary, America in Color, and you see some of the political events of the decades from the 20s up to like the 60s. And that idea of relativism comes back again, because you see how the conservative and progressive side of ideals in society are very like relative to wherever the middle is at that point in time. And like a lot of like democratic left-leaning values from the 1920s are almost like racist rhetoric from today, you know, because remember, America was segregated for a large part. I mean, there was slavery, there was a lot of horrible stuff. But to be a progressive person in that day and age, some of the things that they said sound like the opposite end of the spectrum now. So, like, is this relativism? I need to perhaps look into like a proper definition of it. And what's annoying about all these different ideas in the world of politics and terms like relativism is that they always seem to be shifting about. They always seem to just be like slowly changing definition over time. So it's difficult to get your head into this stuff. Sumi in chat says, I think it's nearly impossible to not have any form of emotion as to why you debate things or state things in a certain way, unless it's very objective like maths or notes in music. But yes, I have some emotional investments to argue things on women's right as a woman myself, etc. Yeah, I think that's a really good way of putting it. I often say that, like, to describe reality and truth, actual what is true, all right, is to talk about reality in terms of like physics and atoms and motions and like the building blocks of reality. And like that doesn't, I don't think that translates upwards to how we have big concepts of existing with other people in a society together, right? Like, so what's true about those things is much more illusory, I think. And perhaps this is where like our emotions could be better served if we were more open about them and able to acknowledge them. I kind of feel like we're standing in the middle of this area, and there's baddies. We've got to watch out for the baddies. Yeah, this, oh my god, why do they have to be here? Why do you have to be here right now, Creeper? Also, what block is this? This is great, you know. Can I go under here? Oh, I'm gonna cause trouble. Yeah, I think I might. I've got shears. How lucky, how lucky. Let's go like. The middle feels like it's about there. Right, yeah. So now we draw the attention of these mobs. Okay. Aha. I'm going to find a way out of here. I'm going to find a way out of here. Okay. Click on that. Lodestone compass. Now we've got to rename this thing. Joe. Does Joe have a name for this place? Chat, now is your time. If you know the name of this whole complex, I'm sure it has a name at some level. There is Jomot. Joe, is that something we can break down into words? Jomot is what's the name of like the overall area? Like Hermit, oh of course, Hermit Homedale. That's what we're directing people to. Hermit Homedale. I feel like we should put Joe at the front though. Joe's Hermit Homedale. There we go. So that's going to direct people to your base. Excellent. I mean your Homedale, your Hermit Homedale. Right, now I've flushed off all the responses to everything I was talking about. Well done, me. If you wanted to continue the conversation with me, feel free to repost a chat message or whatever, because asking for help. Thank you everyone for helping. But it flushed it off the screen. My fault. My fault. The politics thing I was describing is close to the thing called the Overton window, where the level of permissible discourse shifts. Yes, that is what it feels like, this constantly changing sort of I don't know, like elastic band between the side over here and the side over there. Joel's Ostensible Museum of Technology is the center building. Ostensible. Man, I don't know what that word means. I love words like that though. They sound fancy. Where's dock space? Don't we get to dock from around here? I have no idea how to get to dock space. I think I've been there once. I have a feeling there's a bunch of like technical, maybe it's over here. There's a bunch of like technical stuff and portals on the nether roof that would give it away. I've got a feeling it's just outside of Joe's area. Due north from those ghasts, says Joe. Excellent, thank you, thank you, Joe. Did I just get the names the wrong way around? Did I just say Doc when I should have said Joe? I don't know. Hilmer says, I don't get into the political stuff because it just makes me confused. It's a confusing place. It really is. It's just... Aha, there's his base. It's like a difficult terrain to navigate, and it just feels like it's become particularly ugly in recent years, and I'm someone who kind of like likes to hear about different ways of looking at the world and yada yada yada, and it just feels like politics quickly becomes kind of ugly, and it's hard to find like good discourse on it. Oh, I got absolutely no idea which bit is the center of this base. I like that Doc hasn't decorated anything here. It feels like, it sort of half feels like a throwback to old school Minecraft, but also feels like it's just embracing what it is, like with all the glass. Like there's a lot of glass here, so you can actually see inside these contraptions. I do feel like this kind of area here is sort of central. And I think I want to put the lodestone... I think I'll have to tell Doc that I put the lodestone in space, just in case he looks at it and thinks like, what's that doing there? I think I might put it up here actually. And we'll put a sign on it, and then that way, I mean, Doc can just see it then, can't he? Let's use a rocket. You think people need to be more politically aware? Too many people say they're not interested because they don't realize how much it impacts them. Yeah. I think part of that disillusionment is what impacts them as well, though. You made it a habit to only consume news and politics at set days of the week. Otherwise, it's too overwhelming. Me too. Not so much like set days of the week, but I've massively toned down how much I consume recently. There's a lot of stuff here where it feels like if I put this here, it might break some sort of like redstone thing. So, I think I'll put it at the end over there. We'll have it under the stairs. And then, is there a sign in here? I'm just hoping there's a random sign. There might be... I'll take a stick. And we just need some wood. I feel like I'm being attacked by a witch. Politics used to be something you don't talk about, but now it's seen as an identity, but at the same time it's all vested in liberal thought. It annoys me because we are so old. Yeah, I get the impression that it was a lot less publicly talked about by previous generations, but that's also, I think that's also like looking back at an era where the ability to film and record people and let them talk in a recorded format was so much more controlled that maybe people did talk about this stuff, but they just talked about it at the dinner table or at the pub, and then because of that you don't feel like you have this broadcasted kind of anyone can see this conversation. Like, everyone's free to go online and talk about it now, but like, what if no one paid any attention? You know? Obviously there are people paying attention, and when you're in that space it can feel like probably a lot bigger than it actually is. Because I think like live stream numbers and stuff do that. Like, you know, there's thousands of people tuned into this stream and it can kind of feel like it's a big deal and the world is listening, but actually that's like not really a lot of people compared to how many people are living in the world every day. Dude, well, I just want a little bit of wood. I should just grab some from my ender chest already, right? Like, what am I doing here? Being lazy to the point where I'm wasting my own time. Okay, crafting bench next. There'll be one of those around here, right? Multitasking again, says Sommy. Yeah, that's what we talked about earlier, right? Not going to do anything particularly well when you're doing multiple things. Yeah, come on, Doc. Where's a crafting bench, man? You talked about it all the time, but it was awkward pre-2000 or so. I was thinking further back than that. I was thinking like the 50s. There we go. There we go. Right, so we got Doc's. Does Doc have a name for this place? Because I feel like we could come up with a real fun name for this place if he doesn't. Let's pick up some of the trash here. Oh, I never put that glowstone back in Joe's base. Well, I guess we'll have to go back there. The swamp? The Doc's swamp. That sound. I was thinking like Doc's madhouse, but I guess it isn't a swamp. Doc's hive mind. That's probably the most appropriate one. Reminds people of the hive mind, of course. As a lot of this is like they're doing. Doc's hive mind. There you go. We'll do the colouring stuff later. So back to Joe's to put down one bit of. Am I even allowed to use that portal? I don't know. I might end up in a farm and die. I have to go back to the one I came through, I think. Which was in the side of a mountain, maybe this one? Or that one over there, I think. Madhouse is low-key accurate. Yeah. It's not quite a house, but it's definitely mad. In Sweden, we have 8 political parties with different values, and that makes it a lot more confusing for me, says Hilma. In my mind, that sounds like a good thing. More diversity of views and opinions, I think, is healthy, especially if people are willing to engage with each other. I think when you have like a 2-party system, it's just a recipe for things to get ugly. But, you know, like, I'm not that well versed on this stuff, and I'm sure there's some people out there that would disagree, but that's just my gut feeling. Keep X Cat says 8 is better than being forced to choose the lesser of two evils. Yeah, I would see it as, because there is more representation through more options of voting, that you can pick something that's more appropriate to what you want to see. And then there's less of a one versus the other, like all-in power struggle, right? Like these people have to work together to get stuff done because there isn't just one party doing exactly what they want. So it strikes me as better for those reasons. If it works, though. Who knows? I'm sure someone out there would say maybe it doesn't. No, I think social media made everyone an expert by retweeting stuff with just surface level of understanding or ability to debate. Oh, it definitely did that. Oh, it definitely did that. Where are we going now? I think we're going south. Yeah, we're going to go south. So I needed to get the map. I needed to get Joe's base and docks. XB's is somewhere in this direction. There it is. We need to get XB next. Is that over there? And then we've got to go to Grians. And then I think Gamers Forgiving. Oh, there's a few others as well. By the way, I've got noises in me that I've completely missed out on. Ald Out, thank you for using your Amazon Prime subscription. Being a subscriber gives you access to our Discord. It gives you access to a Tunnel Rat server and the Let's Play Minecraft Together server. If any of that interests you, if you ask in the chat, people will point you in the right direction. Bill B2121 here for 14 months as well. Thank you, my dude. I apologize for being 14 minutes. As I said, I made my excuse earlier today. I said that I was bad at multitasking, and I was correct. This is actually like the heart of XB's base, so I don't think I can nestle it into the ground. I think I'm gonna have to go down there, put it below one of those blocks. That's to go up. Is this one to go down? Sure looks like it. Right, I'm going to silk touch that. Oh, there would be something else down here, wouldn't there? It looks like it's some... Oh. Sculpt sensor. Huh. Maybe we should pick another spot. Maybe somewhere else then. Maybe we'll just go back this way a little bit. That's just regular stone. Nice. What does XB call his place? I mean, it's a Guardian. It's an ocean monument, right? So XB's monument, I think, is pretty apt. I'll let chat inform me if there's a better name for this place or a name he gives it. Sorry, what is a UHC? Oh, yeah. To all the peeps who are a part of our community, we're having a UHC on Monday. An ultra hardcore. That's a showdown. That's a classic Minecraft game type. We're all going to be in groups. I don't know how big, maybe 3 or 4. Stranded in a Minecraft world, gearing up, not able to respawn our health, regenerate our health, and you can't respawn. Last team alive wins. But yeah, if you're a part of our community, I'm just letting you know. Go pop into the Discord and get the deets. Alright, XB's monument it is. And now we're going to head to Grians, I believe. Monday when? In the evening, but if you tune into the Discord, you'll find the information you need there. You know, where to go, what time. In your time zone. The Grian Fields. Yeah, so someone gave me a really good name on stream for Grian's area. And then when I went there the other day, I just couldn't remember what on earth it was. So I figured I'd wait until I'm live again and then have y'all tell me. Now, I think the name had something to do with the docks, though. And I was thinking Docklands. It's not quite that. Whoa, that is a wild... That is a wild, wild way to have a portal. Wow, okay. I thought that was Skiz's portal. Yo, I don't know where I am. And Skiz's portal was behind his storage system. That looks like an ender pearl chamber. It's, oh look, it is the one behind his storage system. And now it's just crazy wild. Hello, little guy. Look at that ice cream. That's just ridiculous. Grian's Dock. Nah, yeah, you see, I feel like it was like that, but it just had more of an elaborate name, or like it's like a little spicier about it. But I like the Grian fields. There are fields here, fields of wheat, you know. This might actually be a good spot to direct you to, just here. Gotta put the thing first. So that works. Grian's Greenery. Wheat Harbour. Harbour is a good one. Grian's Wharf. Fisherman's Dock. I think Fisherman's Dock was it. I like Wharf, Grian's Wharf. That's kind of cool, but I think Fisherman's Dock is definitely more fitting. Oh, I'm very tempted to call it a wharf. Or Wheat Harbour, Grian's Grains, Grian's Fields. Let's go with Grian's Grains. I think people will appreciate the pun there. Grian's Grains. There's lots of grains out here. Ah, over we go. I feel like, is this building like really new? It feels kind of new and fresh to me. I like it a lot. It's a really cool build. Maybe it is, like, I don't know, I've flown past here a few times recently. It just feels like... No, it's been there for a while. I'll shut up then. I'll shut up then. Clearly. Do you know what? There's no reason for us to pop back yet, and what I need to do next is actually in that kind of direction, so we'll keep going that way. Oh, is stuff changing here? No, it's just, yeah. Have I placed a lodestone at B-Dubs' place? I have indeed, yes. Alright, this is the other spot we're going to throw down a lodestone. Hey, we've got to do ZF space. Dang. I'm remembering them all. Let's go ahead and use this thing again. Oh, wait. Did I do that wrong? Of course I did. I always do it wrong. When do I ever do it right? Game was forgiven 25. Nice. Good old Zed's Crack. His name, not mine. Zed's Crack it is. Zed's Crack, that's hilarious. Woo, it's loaded in. Right, and what's kind of centralish here? Kind of around where that slime block is at the enchanting bit. I'm gonna go and just put it. No, no. God, such a naughty skeleton. Right, now you're dead, sucker. Seem to have set that thing off. There might be redstone down here. Yeah, that looks... Oh my god, I'm so glad I didn't break that. Oh, same on that side, is it? Probably all the sides. Uh-oh. There's redstone all around here, of course there is. Maybe if I get, like... Maybe if I can get into that space down there and just leave it in the room or under it. Don't want to go digging around too much though. Alright, a little bit lower. I need a torch. I don't have one. Oh, God. There better not be gravel underneath, like, some redstone component. It doesn't look like there is. Goodness me. Maybe next to the post office. I was trying to make it sort of central to the whole base. Was the thinking. Why is there so much gravel right here? Oh, cheaty free cam is the only way I'm going to get this done. Okay, now we face this way. And we're kind of, yeah, that's good enough. Right, so. Don't forget this very important part. Then the anvil. So that's literally Zed's crack, right? Or is it just Zed's crack? I think y'all said Zed's crack, so we'll go with that. Maybe it's deliberately short. Right now, I get the honor of filling all of this in. I need to save some for when we come out, though. Which means, oh, all this other stuff's got to go back in. Right, gravel and dirt, right? Whoops! I placed that on myself. I can see again. Alright, there you go. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. Right, now we continue in this direction, actually. As the next one is somewhere over here. It's amazing crack. Is it amazing now? What makes it more amazing than other cracks? Is it more cracky? Garug says, hey X, do you think if you were ever to leave Hermitcraft, would you join another SMP? I don't think I would. I think, you know, Hermitcraft will be one thing, and after it, I don't think I would look to do something similar again. Like, my days of living the SMP glory have been plenty and fruitful. And I love it, and I'll keep going with these guys, but, you know, I don't think I would look for something different after this, you know? Okay, we're going to put the lodestone here. Let's hook it up. And that is GFG 24. This season has seen 2 of them. Incredible. I think that's everything. Actually, no, it's not. I've still got, like, shopping district. But I think I'll head back to spawn now. Gaming district. Oh, you know what? It's all like in a line. I just fly over here and do the next one. Go on then. Go on then. We could also do is that sheep looking at me, since it's a little more isolated. Okay, we're gonna go put it right there. Okay, is gaming district spelt with district? Is it spelled with letters or numbers? You didn't know I was going to say that. Is it spelled with 2 M's or 1, chat? Is it a gaming district or a gaming district? I can put one in exile? No, I'm not going to do that. Too far away. District. Did I spell district wrong? Looks like I spelled it the same way you did. Gammon district. Drop the E, adding ing. Okay, so it would be like that. Gaming district. Peeps, I'm going to sit down. I've been stood for a while. Let's go, bruh. Oh. But, thank you. One person has the common decency to say it's spelled correctly. Oh, Jens said it as well. Thank you, Jens. Hermitcraft has become your new hyperfixation, and that's thanks to your friends. You've known about it since summer 2023. There's nothing like a good hyperfixation. Yo. The snot? One snot? One snot. Interesting. Do I have to sneeze? Official competition bow. Let's give that a little rotation. To start the game, shoot the arrow on the pressure plate. No! Trying to... Can't finish the sentence because it's dead. 48... How do you get a snot? Oh, wait, no, that's the... Wait, there's more. The one snot challenge. This is a game about timing and focus and aim, and about your nose. You only have one try, no practice, 1 minute to show your skills. I highly recommend watching the last minute of Doc M's 53rd episode for a detailed explanation, but a brief explanation on how to play to give you a fair chance of winning epic prize of 64 diamond blocks and the bragging rights of calling yourself the best bow shooter on Hermitcraft. Please make sure to count your sand block score and only use the official competition bow provided to you in the yellow shulker boxes. Please put them back, pretty please. Right, so what am I doing here? Am I just going to shoot the target blocks? Is that all I do, chat? Yeah, this is going to be my thumbnail right here. Get all of that in. Whoops. Okay. Is there an arrow in here as well? I feel like I want to use that instead of these arrows. Well, I'll put them in there then. Okay. Let's make sure nothing else on my hotbar, just because my mouse wheel likes to move. So I shoot that, and then I'm shooting these target blocks, right? Lorix Librarian, thank you for 16 months with the Prime. Thanks for doing the loadstones this season. It will make it much easier to find everyone's spaces, especially XB and Doc. You're an awesome creator. Hey, thank you for the lovely message, my dude. I hope you enjoyed the world download when we get there. Let's shoot. Whoa. Oh, they move fast. Am I supposed to, like, get the very middle of the target block or something? I can't really tell where it's landing as well. Okay, it feels like a little bit lower then. Oh, whoops. Oh, I see. And then... Ah, yeah, okay. So maybe hold on here for a second. And then, like, yeah, okay. So you've got to think a little bit about where you're going to shoot next based on what's coming. And then get, like, a high shot rate. That's interesting. Getting locked in here. Oh, is that it? Oh, okay, that's it. I have no idea. Like, how do I know what my score was? 1 sand? Maybe you do have to hit the target block and, like, sorry, the very center of the block, and I only got it once, maybe. Haha, 1 sand. Okay. That was my one go, I guess. Okay, that was definitely my score. Yo, Joel, thank you for the raid, my dude. Welcome all the raiders. We just got snotted. Just got snotted on that game, yo. X first place in the bottom. I'm first place in the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, you know that. You know that. This place is so cool. I feel like I still need to come back here maybe and sort the path out leading up to Dodgeball. We need to get Ren's game built as well. Maybe still a little something to do around here. Like some gardens out front would look great. When I feel like doing some gardening, I'll come back here and do that. Alright. Shopping district. I feel like this is... kind of doesn't really need a compass as such, but... you know, we have to have one to direct you there. I feel like the permit office is probably a good pick. So like, I reckon underneath the main portal makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So one here for the shopping district, one over there for the permit office. Then I think we're finally done. Right, down you go. One of them, please. Anvil. Right, we've got 2 districts now. And we lost an anvil. Did I put back Joe's glow lichen? I did. I'm a good hermit. I'm a very well behaved hermit. Right, the permit office is definitely a good place for a lodestone. Wait, how does this work? Let me in! Gonna need an alternative entrance. Oh, mad skills! I got in! Oh, look at me. That is the best entrance ever, isn't it? Whoa. This is Cub's little meeting office. That's not the way to go. Xisuma is breaking in. Yes, I am. Where's the stairs up to this area? Is there stairs that lead up here? Oh, here we go. This might be a fun spot for the lodestone. Yeah, I'm gonna put the lodestone in here. Feels like it's almost sequestered, you know? Like tucked away in a storage compartment of the Popo office. With actual cobwebs that you need to dodge. I think the exit is upwards. Right, I need another anvil. That I need. Let's get a little bit of space so I can breathe. Right, how are we doing with junk and stuff? That's junk. That's junk. That one's anvils. In you go. All right, permit office. Good stuff. We have added so many spots. It's crazy. Fix the window. Window. I didn't break it. Why would I fix it? I don't know. I don't know if it's supposed to be open or not. Right, I probably missed a location, but dang. Let me check my list. Did that, that one, this one, that one. Yeah, everything on my list, actually. So if I've missed anything, it's certainly not been something I've had on my mind. Like maybe the courthouse would be a good one, but I think we need to see how many spaces we got and maybe leave some for like people's farms that they want to add. Scar space is done, yep. Stormageddon, thank you for the nice message. Yeah, I'm happy to do this for the world download. Like, I think I said this last stream, like, the marketplace, I think, kind of elevated this desire to make the world download, like, a higher quality. So, now we got this. But before we put anything in... Right, Game is Forgiven. I'm going to do these ones first. Still got that in our memory. Okay, false. Bold? Let's use a colour we haven't really used. I don't feel like I've used that purpley one. Yeah, let's go with that. And what other colours haven't we used a lot? Maybe that other purple or that pink? So that was more in this direction, right? I'm going to go ahead and put that there. This one was more over in this corner. I'm going to put it here. I don't know why I'm wandering around next. Shopping district, gaming district I want. And Z space. Z's crack. Right, Z. I feel like yellow is a very ZF-y colour. That or pink, actually. Go with the skin pink. What are we doing? Gaming district? I feel like we go a little bit wild. Pick whatever we want. Let's go with that colour there. Or maybe the blue. It's a little dark, or that. Let's go with that one. Shopping district. I'm going to take that dark blue. And bold. Okay, so the shopping district is more this way. The permit office is that way too. False. Bold. Permit office, I feel like a grey colour would be good for that one. Maybe a light grey. There we go. Gaming district. I'm gonna put that here. Put this one over here. Right, then we got Grian's Grains, XB's Monument, Dockside Mine, the Hermitcraft logo, and Joe. So all of those are like off in that direction. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they'll fill up that space nice. Okay, so Joe, I feel like that icy blue is the color to go for. Perfect. The Hermitcraft logo. What's the color of the season? It's like that purpley, pinky color, isn't it? Let me see if we can do a bit more of a direct comparison here. I guess on the map there it is a bit darker than that, isn't it? I think I picked that one. Maybe that color? Nah, I think I like this one. Right, Hermitcraft logo. You're getting this spot here. This is great. This is great. Dock. I feel like there's a few colors here we could go for. Green is a dock color, but then there's the diamond color. That one there, because of all the diamond ore, right? So I think we'll go with that for dock. Kind of pops out a bit. XB's Monument. It's ocean, so blue would be good, but I think we want that cyan color that's kind of like the prismarine. And then Grian's Grains has got to be yellow, right? To match the wheat fields. Right, we did like 11 new locations, and now there's a few spots for more. Oh, this is so good. Nice. I feel like this is left of that, so I'm terrified of like misclicking. Yeah. Hierarchy of needs, lighthouse, Grian's Grains, Zed's crack. Oh dear. Tango starter home, the factory, the post office, Pearl solar punk. So yeah, solar punk base. Etho's bonsai adobe. Casa de Cup van. Game is Forgiven 24. Gaming dish. This is all really well laid out, actually. Cleo's Wizard Tower. False's Marketplace. Beef's Farms. You can see yourself kind of like coming around the map a bit. Now, here's where I think XB's mansion, that is too dark to read. I'm going to change the color on that. We're going to change it to bright white. XB's mansion would be before Corralis's one, so let's do that and put Coralis there. Then the shopping district, the permit office, Ren's Gigacorp, Hypno's Villa, Wells Knight's Castle. All very good. Jevon's Enchanted Forest. I feel like mine would be more that side, right? I'm going to put mine where Jevon's was. Jevon's right next door. Loglands. I'm going to move Loglands over by one. I might put a compass to my sheep farm in that corner. But I'll ask the other hermits like what they want. Let me open up a notepad for post stream. Right, I'll make that a meeting note so I can get other locations. How many we got, by the way? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we got plenty. We got plenty. All right, chat. This way. What do you want to talk about next? We're gonna go do something. Well, it's gonna take a little bit of my time to figure this one out, right? Let's pop down here. Woo! Look at what Impulse did. This is like so oddly satisfying to look at. Like, it feels like this in your brain gets processed as a surface, but because it's the same color the whole way around, it just gives it like a little, I don't know, a little quirkiness that I love. It feels like it's in a glass box or something. Really, really cool. Skiz has done amazing over here as well. I like the little light fixtures with the banners up the top. That's awesome. And so the two of them have synergized, which is just fantastic. Just fantastic. Now, what I think I want to do is redesign the bottom floor a little bit because we need more space, and you know this is fine. Like this room can be a little smaller, but we got to kind of like finalize it a bit. So I have a list of how many more rooms we need. Let me go double check it because 5 is the number on my head, but I want to make sure I get this right. And then while we're doing this, we'll have a little waffle in a chat. Would you ever consider playing Repo with Impulse and the gang? Absolutely. I'd always be down to play games with others. Where are we at? Hermitcraft. Decent. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms are needed, but oh no, okay, so like this as 2 rooms, it's kind of going to be a bit cramped, and as 1, it's already kind of a bit spaced out, but what did I just say? 6 rooms, right? So Zed and Mumbo are here. They've got their like space figured out. Maybe, so let's just say this is 1 room for now. Then here, if I bring that wall out, we can probably fit another one there. I think Hypno. Nah, I think that'll stay. So, what are we looking at? We've got 1 here, basically, 2 in this space, and our 3rd space there, and we need 6 rooms. So if I can redo this space so there's 3 more in total, I think that gives us what we want. Yeah, I think that's about right. I need a box of white concrete to do this. Rockets. Rockets is what I'm after. Let's go. Rockets, rockets, rockets. Do I play much original Doom these days? Nah, not really. I think my days of like curiously playing that from time to time are kind of like fulfilled, you know? Like, one moment that was really great was here, like on the channel on YouTube. I years and years ago now, like played through the whole of Doom and the other levels and stuff, and the fact that I made it a little series and I can just go back and like rewatch it sometimes, kind of really scratches that Doom nostalgia itch. I've become quite a forward-looking person. Like, I've explored quite a few avenues of like childhood nostalgia and things from the past that still captivate your interest. I've sort of explored those things now, and it doesn't feel so something that needs to take up much of my time anymore. Especially playing Final Fantasy recently. That was a big nostalgia trip. Hey, look, there's loads of white concrete here. Oh, I know where it is. I know where it is. Repo's such fun. Haven't played it more than once, sadly. What's the goal of the game? I'll be down to give it a try. I think I want some more signs over there as well. About the paintings and decoration, the art gallery low-key looks like a mental asylum. I think a lot of places can look like that if they're run down and derelict, and then you add the words mental asylum, you know? I thought that happened. I was like, no, weren't there 7 in there? It's just surviving and getting forwards by collecting valuable items and surviving enemies, but it's quite silly. City games are having a bit of a moment, it feels like, lately. They're finding their place with like creators online, you know, because they can just make so many comical moments. So here, if you think about it, you got like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 on this side of the wall, and you could even use up some of that space. So I feel like there should be a wall here, and this should be a space. That aligning with that is probably a good idea. I could even assign like who goes to this room now if I wanted to, but I don't think I will. So like, that's room. Let's just say room 1. I want to keep track numerically. This space over here, not going to have much in. Twitch has more ads than YouTube. Yeah, they've gone absolutely aggressive on it lately, haven't they? I do feel though like it would be kind of typical to have a little bit of a lip there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, actually, I think we'll do that. Push it back a block, you know. X's streams are so chill. You love the vibes. I'm glad you do, my dude. We're here just to chill out and have a good time. How many more hermits need their art room done? Quite a few need them done, but then quite a few have got their art on here, so I don't know when they get around to it, but I'll give them some encouragement. Imp and Skiz were the last that I know of to do theirs. I went back and looked at mine, and I felt like I was pretty minimal with the decorations. I might do mine up a little bit more at some point. Right, by the way, this space over here is reserved for something I'm going to do a little later. This is just an entrance spot, so that's going to stay like so. Everyone's going to fit inside the main building, and what I'm going to do is put up the default vanilla paintings inside of this space over here and in the other area, because like we'd sort of be a bit like spread out, and I feel like it'd be nice to have everyone grouped together. That makes sense. One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I feel like you can put 1 on that wall, 1 on this wall, and then like you'd be a bit of a squeeze. You could also hang something from the ceiling here, but then the other person, if they were in this space, has got like room for maybe 2 or 3 on that wall and 1 there, and then you've got a similar problem. So I think this basically has to be for one person, and then they can just use the space however they like. It's quite a big room, but you know, we could possibly artificially make it a little bit smaller by like filling in some space here, but I don't think you can do it next to the window. I think it'd feel a bit artificial, and then if you were to add a bit of a wall here, I feel like that'd be closing off the space a bit. So this thing's just going to stay open. It's a very big room. Possibly I could shift the whole wall that way a little bit. If you are Mumbo, it's like one here, one, maybe two. Yeah, actually, I think that's the call. I think you want to put 1, 2, 3, 4, and then space, and then the wall there. I think that's the play there. I think you do that. Plants and decor to act as buffer from the windows. I don't know. It's going to be up to like the individual at some point as well, right? How to do their little area. But when everyone's done theirs, I'm going to come around and tidy it all up so that there is like a... all the spaces in between will get some treatment, let's say. It's not going to be just left as is. Will there be room for Mumbo to fit a fan in there? That is a good question. That is a good question. I need to pinch a torch. I think I'll probably get away with that one. Yeah, little areas like that under the stairs, you could probably put some shrubberies there, right? My streams feel like a safe place for people to be themselves and discuss deep topics. Not many people talk about, and I love that about your streams. Everyone is nice and welcoming too, says Hilmar. I'm glad you see it that way. That's awesome. Let's go. What is this? What is this? Room 2? 2 of 6? Is that right? Wait, did I just discover another floor that I've been missing? I think I did. I think I've completely neglected the top floor. Oh my god, I found a new room. I have actually spent time wondering. Every time I come over here to do what we're doing now, I end up just having to do something else. And this is the first time that I think I've properly acknowledged that there is another space here to work with. Wow, that's insane. Now, I would say the architecture stops us from messing around with the walls much. So I think whoever's up here has got the whole area to themselves. Like, go wild. That means we only need to make 2 floors down the bottom. Oh, look at you with your dirt faces. It wasn't like you were saying, but X, there's a floor above you. God, looking for any excuse, eh? The penthouse suite. It kind of is up there. It kind of is. So that we added 3 rooms, and the 4th one is here. Now, I reckon you can add an extra room off the end here, right? So let's just call it room 4 now. Room 4. I feel like we could probably make this one a tiny bit smaller and the next one along and put in like a 5th room. Do you know, I actually think all of this here needs to change. All needs to change, doesn't it? All of these rooms together need to change. This big open central area, perfectly fine. I'm sort of looking at this space and thinking, can we like divide this into 2 rooms and get some space here? Not sure that we can. Okay. Jones Gaming Official. I mean, if you want to contact me privately, I would say email, but I rarely check it, to be honest. Twitter is usually the way to get in touch, but that's public, so I'm not really sure. Estelian says, lol, took X a long time to blame chat. Oh, any excuse. Oh, I'm sitting here with a little clock watch. Look, we called him a derp. How long? How long? Bunch of derp fiends. Oh, my God. Now you're counting. Now you're counting. Oh, sort it out. Sort it out. I'm going to put a beacon in this area. Oh my god, he's been ticking for 10 minutes and he's only putting a... Oh, he's a derp. Oh, he's a derp. I can hear it already. I can hear it already. Angry derp. I'm not an angry person. But I am sarcastic. Okay. Putting it in this space might be a little awkward. If anywhere was a good place to start, it would probably be over here. Before you get your dirt faces ready again, this is me counting. 1, 2, like that, 3. Okay, so the next one would be the beginning of the middle. There's the middle. Whoops. There's the other side of the middle. Then 1, 2, 3. It fits. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Now I've just got to like miss out one block and everyone will be happy when it doesn't work. X, as if I have the time to use a stopwatch. We know some things are just bound to happen. I didn't know how long I took to respond was a measurement. Bear says, "Oh, is he derping again?" I need to come up with a better voice. Better voice than that, anyway. Now you're considering dumping some chat points for a derp face. What are chat points? Has Twitch added something again? Bear smokes and inhales helium at the same time. Brilliant, brilliant. Right, by the time I get this beacon up and running, I probably could have finished the project already. Because that's how that works, isn't it? Wait. Beacon is here. Now that you could have called me a derp for. But you didn't, did you? Those are derp coins. It's one of the rewards for the emote locks in 24 hours. That's a derp coin. We're talking about chat points. What are chat points? I've not heard of them. Is the dirt going to be in the way? I wonder. Chat points are a list of things to discuss. That sounds reasonable. Right, so I reckon here, like you got room for 1, 2, or 3. You only need room for 1 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1. Like I think the wall could literally just go there, in this area. Then if we count this width, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That'd give you 9 to the next one. Come on. So you got 9 to there, and then we're going to redo this bit, obviously. Chat, I lost my glasses and can't find them. Chat will help you. They can see where the glasses are. They know exactly where they are. To your left. Move your arm a little bit. Right behind you. Do a 360. Keep it non-symmetrical. I guess I am going a bit like symmetrical, aren't I? I'm not really sure how else to do it with this space. I'll have that one on this side over here, please. So you got 1 there, 1 here. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, again, how many rooms do we need to add? We've added 1 room here. Yeah, I think that's right. One room there, 2, 3, because we found one. Our 4th room is there. And I guess our 5th room is through that over there. So there's like potentially a 6th. Oh, oh gosh, I survived. Unbelievable. Yeah, potentially there's going to be like a 6th one around here. I think the position of that thing's going to have to go. Ah, look at this. The walls are a little thicker as well. I'm not sure we need that or not. I think you do if you're going to put lights behind the art, which is I think very, very likely. So if we doubled up so that you could nestle things into the wall, then we've just reduced one here, so that would be the new width, those 2 blocks. You found your glasses! Oh, it was all me. It was all me, wasn't it? It was those instructions that I gave you. But here's the thing, I think you lied. Do you know why? How would you be able to type at a keyboard without your glasses? If you wear glasses, clearly, clearly, pun, it means that you couldn't see anything at all without them on. So how would you see the keyboard and type? I mean, I'm highly suspicious now. I think the government was involved. I think UFOs landed. All right, the Earth is flat, people. Evidence right here. You can explain. Go on then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So your next double wall could be there. Still got to fix up this one over here. This was another spot where I thought we might be able to wrangle 2 together. Whoa, bit of instant mine coming on. I think that maybe I should put a little bit more time into this layout, because that idea about not making it symmetrical is kind of knocking around in my head, you know? Like, what if we were able to make like a central gallery down here with this middle space? Like, if we put up walls in a way where you could have enough wall space to put a gallery on either side. Like, with this wall and one there. I don't know. Blame all the governments, every single one of them. Yeah, even the ones that ain't formed yet. Oh, those future governments. Right, I've noticed that I've come up on my time. And I'm very much into what we're doing right now. But as I said, I think I need to let this one cook a little bit, you know? Just think a little bit more about how we're distributing the space. Maybe do something a little more asymmetrical or whatever, right? Peeps, as you know, my next stream will be a Sunday morning. I do plan on doing some variety again soon. Oh my god. We almost broke something. Thank goodness that we didn't. But I think we'll be back on here on Sunday. Possibly working on this. Oh, this was me the other day, by the way. I felt like the room was way too deep, so I kicked out a bit of space, but here we are again. Now that we know how many rooms we need, right? We can get this one finished. So, we needed a total of 6 rooms. We got... Is that the 4? So we needed 2 more rooms out of this space, but I have sort of just taken this one as well. Wait a minute. Whose is this? B-dubs. Alright, so B-dubs' room is there. I should probably get this done sooner than later, right? Because some of these hermits might want to decorate their rooms. Hopefully we have a little bit of time. Hopefully I've got time to figure it out. X, give them space as a guide, let them be creative. Well, you know, I have to do what I can to get people involved in the project, right? Like, as much as I'd like to make it as elaborate and as open for everyone to do as wild a thing as they want, there's only so much you can do when organizing a crowd of people, right? And if I wait on that one person at a time, we're not going to get anywhere. So we have to give them constraints and a space to operate within, which, you know, sometimes that's a good thing. So I will have to crack on and do this. Anyway, did I say I was streaming again tomorrow? I meant Sunday morning. I can't remember what I said. Peeps, today I'll plug my music. If you didn't know I made music, please go check it out. Soulside Eclipse is the name. You can look it up on all the big streaming platforms. It's on YouTube, it's on Bandcamp, it's free everywhere you go. So if you're curious, if you haven't been here before and didn't know I was a musician, you should totally go check it out while I find someone for us to raid. So if you want to stick around, be a part of whatever's next. Hey, I'm gonna go raid Fine. I want to watch Fine play. Because apparently he does loads of clever stuff with inventory management. I just want to learn a bit more and see what he's up to. So I'm gonna go raid Fine today. That's where I'll be sending you. Alright, I'm setting up and I'm gonna bounce. Thank you for joining me today, peeps. Hope you had a good one. See you again Sunday. That's it.